Good morning, my dear student. Welcome once again. And here today we will start new chapter of chemistry, that is chapter 4, carbon and its compound. See children, in the last chapter we come to know many compounds of importance to us. Okay, as well as we have seen various reactivity, chemical reaction of metals and non-metals. Okay, their physical properties, chemical properties, formation of ionic compound, and various properties of ionic compound we have learned. Now children, in the present chapter, here we will be studying about some more interesting compounds and their properties. Also, we shall be learning about the carbon, an element which is of eminence significance to us in both its elemental form as well as in combined form. See children, in our everyday life we observe so many things around us which is made up of different material. Some of them are made up of metals, some of them are made up of clay or ceramics. But children, many and mostly of the elements are comprises of carbon. Carbon, it have a amazing versatile property. Many of the things like food, cloth, medicine, book, many other, bag, plastic, LPG, CNG, coal, petroleum. In all these product children, carbon play a very vital role, very important role. In addition to this children, all living structure are carbon based. Living structure here it means living beings, animals as well as plant. See children, in on the earth crust it has only 0.02% carbon in form of minerals like carbonates, hydrogen carbonates, coal and petroleum. And the atmosphere, it has a 0.03% of carbon dioxide. In spite of this small amount of carbon available in nature, the importance of carbon seems to be immense. In this chapter we will be looking at the properties of carbon which leads to its vital activity. Here children, all these important things that we observe around us, okay, these all are comprises of carbon. Okay, whatever wood, cloth, some example it is mentioned here, medicine, book, okay, and all the various things, plastics, bags, okay, polymer, bucket, plastic, mugs, these all compound comprises of carbon. As well as we living creature also, animal, human beings, it is based on carbon. So here you can see carbon play a vital role in our life. Here we will study our next topic is bonding in carbon, the covalent bond. Previously we have discussed ionic bond. Ionic bond means the formation the formation of compound takes place by gaining and losing of electron. Okay, in case we have learned in previous chapter, that is ionic compound. We saw that ionic compound have high melting point and boiling point, and they conduct electricity in solution as well as in molten state. We also saw that how the nature of bonding in ionic compound explain these properties, as we have discussed in the properties of ionic compound. Okay, while children, when we will compare the compound of this carbon, that is acetic acid, chloroform, ethanol, methane, here we will observe that they have, these compounds are having less melting point and boiling point as compared to the ionic compound. It shows that in these type of compound there is less force of attraction as compared to ionic bond. In ionic bond children, what happens? A strong electrostatic force of attraction exists between the ions, while here the force of attraction is not so strong. Okay, as a result they have low melting point and boiling point, as well as these most of the carbon compounds are poor conductor of electricity. From the data on the boiling point and melting point of the above compound, we can conclude that the force of attraction between these molecules are not very strong, that I have discussed right now. Since these compounds are largely non-conductor of electricity, we can conclude that bonding in this compound does not give rise to any ions. No ion formation takes place in case of this carbon compound, children. Here you can see in class 9th we have learned the combining capacity of various elements and how it depends on the number of valence electron. Okay, that is valency combining capacity of an element. Okay, let us now look at the electronic configuration of carbon. You all are knowing, children, carbon having atomic number 6, and when we will do its electronic configuration, it will be 2, 4. It have 4 electron in its valence shell. Now children, in order to gain stability, what I told you in the previous chapter, in order to gain stability, the valence electron must be 8 according to octet rule. If the valence shell have 8 electron, then it will be considered as stable one. In order to gain stability, what will it do? We know that the reactivity of element is explained as their tendency to attain the completely filled outer shell. In order to attain the noble gas configuration or stable configuration, element forming ionic compound achieve this either by gaining or losing the electron. So if I will talk about gaining and losing the electron, 2 conditions will be there, children. If carbon, if it gains or lose, 2 conditions will be there. It could gain 4 electron. If carbon, if it could gain 4 electron, then it forms C4 minus anion. But it is difficult, children. When it gains 4 electron, it will be difficult for the nucleus. In nucleus, you know, number of electron will be equal to proton. So earlier in carbon have 6 electron. So proton also it will be 6. So it is very difficult for 6 proton to hold on to 10 electrons. Okay, because 6 electron plus 4 electron that it have taken, that it have gained. So it is very difficult for 6 proton to hold on to 10 electron, that is 4 extra electron. So it is not possible for carbon to gain 4 electron, because it is not possible for nucleus with 6 proton to hold all the 10 electrons. While this was a gaining case, it could lose 4 electron. If it lose 4 electron, then doublet it will be there, then also it will be stable. But children, in that case also carbon is unable to lose 4 electron, because it requires a large amount of energy to remove the 4 electron. So this case is also not possible. Means conclusion is that carbon, it is not able to gain electron as well as it is not able to lose electron. In that case, what it can do? Carbon overcome this problem by sharing its valence electron with other atom of carbon or with the atom of other element. So this sharing of electron, children, this leads to a formation of covalent bond. Okay, here 2 conditions are there, that even carbon couldn't able to gain 4 electron as well as it is not able to release 4 electron, because releasing 4 electron it requires a large amount of energy, and in order to gain 4 electron it is not possible for nucleus to hold all the 10 electron. Means both conditions are very difficult. So this condition is overcome by carbon by sharing its valence electron with the atom of other elements. Okay, and this sharing of electron, children, it leads to the formation of covalent bond. And in next class we will see how carbon forms covalent bond with other atoms of carbon or or you can say atom of other elements. So many examples are there, where here you can see the formation of sharing of electron is taking place, how carbon is sharing electron or other atoms are sharing electron. Okay, here we will see in the next class that how sharing of electron takes place in order to gain stability. In order how after sharing of electron, here you can see the sharing of electron takes place between 2 atoms, which leads to stability. So in next class we will observe sharing of electron. Thank you, children.